The Eagles and Leonard Fournette?
Oh, hell yeah. Get ready for a whale of a time. Shamu.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Shamu here, and let's talk about these Leonard Fournette trade rumors. It says the Jaguars have been having open talks about trading Leonard Fournette for about a month now. Pretty crazy that they can't find any suitors. And personally, I do not think the Eagles should pull the trigger on this trade. They do not do well with these big backs. Our most successful one was LeGarrette Blount. But he's kind of had success everywhere he's been. He's a good back, but he's not one who wants this money. Leonard Fournette wants his money. And not only that, I don't think Leonard Fournette is okay with a backseat role. And even if he is the starter, I don't think Miles Sanders is okay with the backseat role. We all saw the reports that says Miles Sanders wants to be like a Christian McCaffrey clone. And I believe he can do it. Miles Sanders has the tools to do it. I think the only thing really holding Miles Sanders back is how much the Eagles use him. I don't think they'll use him to the extent that the Panthers use Christian McCaffrey. But if you bring in a Leonard Fournette, that just takes away from Miles Sanders. And Miles Sanders is a guy who's a lot like Barkley. I mean, he sat behind Barkley at Penn State. He got, his touches in, and he has the same play style. And if you watch Barkley will have all these running backs. Ezekiel Elliott, Barkley, Lev Bell, David Johnson when he was good. All these backs, right? Even Christian McCaffrey, you'll see them get 2-3, yards a play. Then suddenly, after 15 touches, they just break one for 20 yards. And that's what they do. But the running backs cannot do that if you're just switching them out all the time, right? If Miles Sanders gets 3 plays on one drive, and then Boston Scott gets another 3-4 plays, and then you have another running back in, how's anybody supposed to build momentum? Name one running back that can do that. And the only one that comes to my mind is Chris Thompson from the Washington Redskins. He's the only running back who could come in and have those plays, but it's mostly because they used him in the passing game. He would go in there. He didn't really have runs break out, but he would have a 70-yard pass thrown to him on a screen or something like that. So I don't like a Leonard Fournette trade. But if the Eagles get him, I'm not going to complain, man. I'm not going to complain. I would be very curious to see how it works out. We saw last year how they did not use Jordan Howard to his potential. We could have had a lot more done with Jordan Howard, but they just didn't use him to his full potential. Those are my thoughts on it. The only way I would trade for Leonard Fournette is if we did a package deal to trade up. I think the Jaguars have like the 8th overall pick or something like that. So if we swap first, gave them Rasul Douglas, a 3rd and 4th rounder, and maybe a 3rd next year, some picks to make up for trading up, and getting Leonard Fournette and trading Rasul Douglas, I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with giving away draft capital for next year. Looking at it, next year's draft is going to be deep in O-linemen. If we cover wide receivers in this draft, that won't be a need next draft. We've signed a bunch of DBs. We have a bunch of DBs on rookie deals, and some of them are going to end next year, but I think that's the point of these one-year deals, is you find out who you want to keep, and you bring those guys back next year, so we don't have to worry about that. Linebackers, we can get those guys in the 2 to 4 rounds. I just don't see any players that we would want to save our picks next year's for. So I'm all for getting rid of some of next year's draft capital to move up this year. Those are my thoughts. Stay tuned. Later today, I'm going to be releasing a video on Henry Ruggs. And then later on this week, I'm going to be releasing a film study on JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Kind of sounds weird because it's like you have to say his name with the lisp. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But stay tuned for those, and I'll see you guys later.